How about disillusionment? Disillusionment. Pain, suffering, loss, discouragement. You had some belief. If I pay my tithe regularly, I've been told, if I pay my tithe, but then I went bankrupt. And I paid the faithful tithe and I went bankrupt. God didn't bless me. God let me down.
God's in control.
God's in control, and I trusted Him, and I prayed, but my child got cancer anyway. And I trusted Him. So some bad outcome, like the story of Job, for instance, and we get disillusioned because we have a false expectation of what we expect from God. I mean, we've claimed the Bible promises. We have gone to the heavenly vending machine with our quarters of the Bible promises, and we've put them in the slot machine, and we've said in our prayer, I claim the promise of such and such, and God now is required, because I put the right promise in, to give me out what I've prayed for. And it didn't happen. Many people approach God this way. Have you heard the Bible promise quotes this way? Yes.
Well, another application of that is also is understanding that even though it's design law, there's a process for that. Just because you accept that as the law doesn't mean that change is going to be immediate in your life. David rocked along for a year before Nathan approached him and confronted him on what he did. So even though I accept the correct law premise, I have to accept that it's going to take a while for me to adapt, to change, to embrace that, and not become disillusioned or lose hope, because that didn't happen overnight.
Oh, I like where you're going with this one. So I see this a lot. People come to conviction. They understand they need to make a change. They want to make the change. They surrender to Christ. And then they go home and an old habit, an old behavior, something they've done for years, crops, and they fall back into that old habit, okay? And then they become, it's over. It's useless. Why try? God, I'm powerless. I'm lost. I'm beyond God's help. I'm an unpardonable sinner. Obviously, it's and what they forget is that Romans 7. You see, when you come to Christ, you get a new heart with a new motive. But when you get the heart and a new motive, so you long to be free of those old encumbrances, those old bad habits. You hate them now. You have a heart that loves righteousness. But you have deeply embedded neural pathways, what we call habit patterns, that have not been pruned back and degraded, and you haven't established the new habit patterns as the automated way you do things. So in certain situations, you will find yourself reflexively acting, old habits coming up, reflex responses coming up, where you end up doing something, but then you in your heart grieve it. And this is why you get discouraged, because you go, I hate being this way. I thought I was going to be victorious. I gave you my heart, but I'm still... That's because they don't understand how the change comes. This is really, really good that you brought this up. And so I have to teach people. Imagine, most of you have a habit and how you brush your teeth. You start in one side of your mouth and you go through the same way every time. It's just a habit. You don't think about it anymore. You just do it. Am I right or wrong? Come on. Okay? Now, you have the ability to choose to go the other way. Use the other hand. Go the other direction. You could change that if you wanted. And if you said in this room today, right now, you know what? I'm going to change the way I brush my teeth. I'm going to go the opposite direction from now on. By tonight, when you go to brush your teeth before bedtime, what are you likely to do? You'll do it the old way. And then you get in bed, and you're in bed, and you're about to, and it hits you. Oh, I was supposed to do it the other way. Do you go, I'm a loser. I can't change. I'm broken. It's beyond me. That's what many people do when it comes to growing in God. They give their heart to the Lord, and they don't understand that there's a struggle now to break the old embedded patterns. Their heart is now in the right place, that they want to be the new man, but now they got to practice being the new man before they actually get free of the old habits. This is really good. Thank you for bringing that up.